Welcome to this presentation about the USU Botanical Center. Have you been to the USU Botanical Center? It's in Kaysville. You might know something about this place, or have a memory here. If you haven't been here, that's okay. Use this picture to look for clues. Brainstorm what you know or notice, and then think of a couple of questions you have about this place. This place has gardens and wetlands. We are going to focus on the wetlands today. Where does the water come from and where does it go? What plants grow here? What animals live here? Most of the water that comes into these wetlands is from stormwater runoff. When it rains or snows, water flows over the land, heading downhill to the nearest stream or ditch. This is called stormwater runoff. In cities and towns, water cannot soak through pavement and rooftops like it can into the soil. This means cities and towns have more stormwater runoff than forests and fields. Water flows off of impervious surfaces like driveways, rooftops, sidewalks, and parking lots, and then collects in gutters or basins, which run directly into storm drains. You can see a picture of a storm drain here. Have you noticed any storm drains where you live? The next time you go outside, look for them from your sidewalk. Where do they drain to? These drains near the Botanical Center carry the water as well as anything else that the water picked up and go directly into the wetlands at the Botanical Center. This is fresh water. It's not salt water, like an ocean or the Great Salt Lake. It has some salts, but not very many. This water then goes out to the Great Salt Lake. Do you remember why the Great Salt Lake is salty? You may need to review the last presentation. Now, let's look at the plants at the Botanical Center wetlands. What plants do you notice here? Do you know their names? What color are they? What shapes? Do you see any seeds? Try to remember the kinds of plants you see here. Did you notice any of these plants? Which of these plants can we find at the USU Botanical Center? If you said cattail and Phragmites, you're correct. You won't find any saltgrass here, but if you go to the Great Salt Lake Shorelines Preserve, you can find it in places that have a little more salt and less competition from other plants. What animals live at the Botanical Center? Do you spot any animals in this picture? What are some animals that might live here, but we wouldn't be able to see very easily? Which of these animals do you think live at the USU Botanical Center wetlands, and why? You can find a lot of different birds here, including an American coot. You can also find dragonflies and other insects. Remember, this is freshwater. Brine shrimp don't live here. Where do you think we can find brine shrimp in Utah? Remember, brine shrimp live in the Great Salt Lake. Thanks for exploring the USU Botanical Center wetlands with me. Today we learned there are different types of wetlands that have different plants and animals that live there. Water in the USU Botanical Center wetlands comes from stormwater. This water goes out to the Great Salt Lake. Let's learn more about the water, plants, and animals of the Great Salt Lake wetlands. You just finished the USU Botanical Center presentation. Please do the water presentation next.